So collagen, if you're not familiar with it, it's literally the glue that holds us together. It's the infrastructure of your body. And without it, like you literally can't make joints, you can't make ligaments, you can't make blood vessels, you can't make skin, hair, and nails and bones. Like you have to have it. And what happens, the older we get, the less we make of it, and the faster it breaks down. Kind of sounds like that story of all of us are that way, like thinking like, hey, the older I get, the things just break down faster. Well, that's literally a lot of times because one, we don't have everything we need to make it. And then sometimes our ovens don't work anymore to make it. What if you could control what you get the right stuff in, and then you could turn the ovens on? Go and switch it there. So this is what happens with collagen. Like we just get older, it breaks down, sun exposure, stress, oxidative stress. So think of like rust in metal, that's oxidative stress. Like all of those things cause your body to break down faster. Think of like a vehicle. You can have a brand new vehicle, give it to a teenager, and it's not going to last real long. So think about how well you treated your personal vehicle and well you treated it and how well it typically repaired itself is based on how you feel. And what that means is a lot of things that you would like to do, but don't do as well as you would like to because your body cannot anymore. And a lot of it ties back into this. Okay, go to the next one. So here's just a picture that represents the different types of collagen. So there are different types. Bottom line is the cool thing about your body, you don't have to know all this, right? Because it does it anyway. Like that's a really neat thing about the human body. It is designed to get better. Like it's literally programmed to get better. It wants to. If it's not, that means that it's not communicating or not getting what it needs. So this just represents as you look at cartilage where it's found. Like, and if you look at it, it's everywhere. So I think of it this way: any place that stretches or bends needs collagen. So if you feel like, hey, I'm just not as flexible as I used to be, well, that's a problem. Or if you feel like your skin is not as plastic as it used to be, or stretchable, or like holding its form like it used to, or it feels like maybe your blood pressure is going higher than it should, right? Anything that's elastic has collagen in it. And if you don't have the right type and your body can't absorb it, that means that this is underperforming. And one of the famous things the body does, if it doesn't have what it needs, it steals from somewhere else. So if it doesn't have what it needs, it will steal from somewhere else. So it will steal from things that are less of a priority. Think of it like your budget. You typically pay your bill before you go on vacation. Your body will steal from other places. So that's why we feel things that we do, because the body's going to protect the brain and other things like that, heart, before it breaks down. So if you're having issues in those bigger areas, you want to bet money you're having other issues in other places. Okay. So a lot of people are like, well, why collagen? Why me? Well, if you want to age as slow as possible, function as the best as possible, you need to make sure you pay attention to this because it's a part of every part of your tissue. People think about skin because it's a barrier, but it also is a communication system. And you have barriers in your skin here, in your intestinal tract, and in your brain. So yeah, hey, barriers in your skin is nice, but what if the barrier between your blood and your brain is a problem, or the barrier in your gut is a problem? It's going to lead to a lot of other symptoms down the road. All right. So lots more things going on. And I'm kind of excited to share a couple of stories with some of the things that I've seen with this collagen and why it's working different. So you'll hear as you kind of hear stories, as you watch people post, and as you have conversation, you're going to see some of these people talk about these things, about how their hair has changed, or how they're sleeping different, or how maybe their bowel movements are functioning different, or just how they feel like they're able to focus longer. And you think, well, what does that have? I mean, how does collagen do that? Well, it has to do with it. It's literally everywhere. So again, think about those building blocks. Without this structure that you have, your body can literally not hold on to water and hydrate, and then your cells cannot communicate. So it's in every part of your body. So what makes this collagen different? Because when this truly be on the science advisory board, when I heard they were coming out collagen, I would have to say I was one of those ones like, why? Because as a clinician, like I've never focused on like how people look, because I'm always looking what's on the inside and what's going on the inside. But when you look on the outside, you can see what's on the inside. But I just think, well, why collagen? A part of that had to do with because I never saw good results with people taking it. And so, as you know, you can go to Costco and a lot of other places or Amazon, and you can find all sorts of different types of collagen. So why this one? Why is it different and why is it working? All right. So we're gonna talk about activate, replenish, all right, and maintain, because they're all super important. So the activate portion. So activation is this. All of us have probably made a meal before. So if you take and you bring all the best, and we're taking with the best ingredients, and we come in and we set them on the counter and we say, make me a meal. Nothing happens. It's not like, and so if you take all the right ingredients and you put them all together in exactly the right ratio, and then you turn the oven on that works and you bake it for the right time and the right temperature, that activates the ingredients to work together. So red quinoa extract is the activator in this scenario. It's the oven. So we got to have the right ingredients, but you want to have that activation turned on. So this literally turned on the body's ability to make and absorb collagen, turns those ovens on so you get what you want. So when you look at the other products on the market, this is not a conversation that people are having. You're not hearing the word activation other than a handful of places. And a lot of it started right here at LifeVantage, because most people talk about supplementation, which is very important. So I don't want to supplement my children's income forever. I want to activate their ability to their abilities and their confidence that know that they can make money. So your cells want to be able to make their own stuff, but they have to be activated. And so the red quinoa extract is literally the activation to turn on the ovens or the genes that control the production of collagen. Vastly different. So if you're taking a collagen that's not there, we're missing something, right? Then it comes to source. So there's lots of different sources of collagen, and I want you to think about having the absolute best source, because this is going to become a part of you. Everything goes in your mouth becomes a part of you. So you're going to build your house out of straw, right? Out of sticks or out of bricks, right? I want the very best ingredients that I can have that go into my body. So LifeVantage, doing their research and their homework, chose a marine collagen peptide. Now, there's other sources of collagens, but they chose a marine collagen peptide because they wanted a combination of a lot of what's called amino acids. Amino acids are the little building blocks of proteins and that make up collagen. And so when you eat a protein, it comes in big molecules. Like think of a piece of steak, but you have to chew it up. You can't just swallow a steak. Well, it has to be chewing up really small particles to get through the intestinal tract. So there's a process known as hydrolysis, basically using water to separate the bond. So instead of having a protein like this, it comes to like little ones like this, and your body can absorb it. So what is key about that is not what you eat, it's what you absorb and then you utilize or assimilate. So if you're building blocks, you can do a lot more things with these pieces than you can with this piece. Think of Legos, right? So big pieces, you can use them, but not very many places. But here's the problem with the body. If your body cannot absorb this. So in the intestinal tract, if it works well, it can break it down into little pieces. If it doesn't work right, the body has a hard time absorbing this. And if it does have what's called leaky gut or something like this, the body will absorb this piece. This is not normal in the intestinal tract. So the body will literally tag it as foreign and it will attack it. That's why some people, when they eat food, they literally they feel gassy or bloated, or worse, they feel when they eat stuff, they literally hurt everywhere or they get foggy thinking. That is the immune reaction. So the hydrolysis process of taking that big protein, it's already out of the mix. We got down little protein. So individuals that I've been watching and talking to, they're having responses with this in a great way because it's already broken down. They're not having reactions to it because it's absorbed in the little particles that it should. Okay. And then they combine it with berry extracts so the body it has some things that protect the actual structure, but also makes it palatable to take and makes it super easy to absorb. So like with this, I like how fast it's simple, right? You just take it and you go, right? And I like that it is easy and it's a once a day and you're done. So, what's not in it, right? I truly think everybody should ask this about their food, just about what's in it, right? So what's not in it? No sugar, no artificial sweeteners, nothing that's GMO, it's dairy-free and gluten-free. Right, so it has the things that you need without the other thing. And the liquid, again, going back to what I talked about, why liquid, you can absorb it super easy. And bottom line, it's you need to have it absorb into your body and not react to it because a lot of people that are having a struggle and need collagen in the worst way, they react to the proteins. And that's where you see all these autoimmune conditions you guys have heard about. So that's a big piece. And you think about a lot of the ones they're what's called soft tissue related, like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus, right? It's attacking those tissues. But a lot of them are made up of collagen-based structures. So what if you could get the body to absorb the actual proteins and the particles it should be, and it's activated, so your body turns in the oven to make it, then it can put it where it needs to be put. That's what this does. So here's some of the things that we've seen just with skin alone, right? Increasing the collagen density, right? The fine lines and wrinkles drastically reducing, the skin roughness by 10%. Quick funny story. My wife, and she'll literally the other day, she's like, check out my feet. Right? And so I've been married 26 years. I think I can share this story and not get in trouble. Like she literally, like her heels, when it touches you, it's just dangerous, right? Because she loved to not wear shoes and live in Arizona, they get real cracked, right? Real soft. She's had calluses on her toes. She's a dancer, really from the time that we've been married. And the other day we're sitting there, she's like, look at this. So all the calluses are falling off and her skin's is healed up. And she's only been on it, a couple months now. So it's because but remember, if that's happening on the skin barrier, where else is that happening? It increases these different enzymes, what's called catalysis. So just think about the repair molecules in your body, and it helps your skin be more elastic, right? So who would like some of that, no matter what age you are? Okay. Here's a couple pictures, and I want you to think about the pictures and what you see, and look at the lines, right? The fine lines and the wrinkles around the eyes, the puffiness. That's awesome. Right? But you're seeing some of these in 15 days, 30 days. So what I want you to think about is how fast those tissues, so people are like, well, how fast can it work? Well, it's working as soon as you take it. How long it takes you to feel it, that depends. Look at these ones here, and just the skin texture changes, the coloration changes, the elasticity changes. Now, the reason why skin is a great thing to show, it's easy to see, we can't necessarily see on the inside, right? Wouldn't that be cool? But you remember, if you're seeing it on the skin, you're going to see it, you're going to feel it on the inside. And the skin replicates faster, the cells turn over faster than any other tissue in the body. So pay attention to that, but also as things progress, pay attention to other things, like your stomach lining is fairly fast, but your joint and your ligaments, those take longer. So if that's one of the things you're hoping to see change, you need to give it time. You need to give it time, because with time, it will have a huge consequence. And I'll just throw this out at you. Remember those little amino acids we talked about? Those little molecules, little amino acids, are what your body uses to make up the communication in your brain as well. So be aware of the clarity of thought and things like that can occur, because you're getting those molecules in a way you can actually absorb them. And I love all the pictures. It's just a blast to have. I could tell you story after story. So if you're on a collagen, okay, and you haven't used this one, give this one a chance. The results I'm seeing with this is just uncanny. Like, I can't believe it. Just literally, lady, this last week, she's been through chemo and radiation. Watching her hair change in the last little bit has been unreal. And here's just a few stories. Holly, why don't you kind of share those?
Yeah, no, and feel free to share the story you were just about to share. I mean, it's the stories continue to come out day after day after day, the longer that our product has been out on the market. And like you said, you hear some of these stories and you see some of these photos. And when you think about how these individuals' lives have been positively impacted, I mean, it just, again, you don't get that typically. At least I didn't get that. I call it emotional income. I didn't get that with my old job, right? I didn't get that with my old job. And so, for example, after 30 days on our liquid collagen, Shauna says, my skin feels tighter. I have more energy. My stretch marks have nearly disappeared. My face is less puffy. My hair has grown like crazy. The scar on my face is less noticeable. This is all without doing any diet plans or changing her everyday routine. I will continue to take care of my body from the inside out with our activating products. That's powerful. Just from simply, twisting a cap, taking a swig, just incredible. Another one, I get eczema on my lower leg and I have a flare up a few times a year. Day one's pictures, and you don't see the pictures here on the screen, but she said that she took those pictures 3 days before her collagen had arrived by her dermatologist. Her dermatologist prescribed her usual steroid cream, but she decided to hold off on using it this time. My eczema patch healed completely on its own for the first time ever. No steroid creams or lotions. Here's another great one. I had an ACL replacement, a meniscus repair surgery 3 years ago after blowing out my knee in a soccer game. I had a second surgery a year ago to remove some of the arthritis. After taking the activated collagen and NRF2 for 15 days, I woke up without knee pain for the first time in 3 years. Think about that. Now, again, we have to be careful. We're not here to make any claims, that we're curing or preventing any diseases. But I mean, Brett, again, it's what's happening inside our bodies that we can't see, right?
It's so fun to watch this because one of the things that over the years I've worked with somebody and you're just trying to help them get better. And I have this lady, she came in two quick stories. One lady, I've known her for a number of years. I actually found out like she's like kind of like an adopted grandma to my kids. And I was somewhere, a while back, a few months back, and I found out she had cancer. I had no idea. She was going through chemo and stuff. And I called her up. I said, "Look, girl, you need to get in here in my office. I'm gonna start working on you, help you rebuild once the chemo, with stuff's over." So she finished chemo up in April. Obviously lost all of her hair. I mean, you can imagine how her body's felt on the inside out. And always been a super fit individual. And she's 70 in her 70s. So I said, look, we started on activation, like the Pro-10 and Nerf2 and stuff, had her start doing that. Collagen came out and I said, hey, look, let's start you on this. And she comes in, I said, you better take some pictures, girl. She comes in and it is unbelievable how thick her hair is and how much better she's feeling. The muscle tone changes and the elasticity changes. And mind you, this is somebody that's gone through chemo and radiation. So their body's been really, really, really beat up. And said, I noticed my energy's coming back as well. I mean, these are huge deals, right? And another lady just this week, I called her up. I said, hey, how's it going? I had her start on it. And she's, well, I'm seeing you tomorrow. I'll wait to show you. She comes in, and so you guys have seen those individuals when you look at them, you watch, and their hair's super thin. You can see their scalp. I've known this lady literally my whole life. I've taken her and her family. My dad did, and I am, right. And she comes in, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was so mad she didn't take a beginning picture, just because like this is something people think that they're. And I've been this way too. Like people ask what can I do for hair? I don't know. Like watching the change in her has been absolutely amazing. And here's an individual that should not be having this happen because her hair's gotten thinner over the last few months because of the procedure she had done. And she's been struggling with absorbing nutrients sometimes. And to watch this happen, remind me again why this is so important that your body absorbs what you're taking. So to have this one in a liquid form that's hydrolyzed and you combine it with other forms of activation, it's an absolute game changer for people. I'm just excited to see, and we're only like a couple months into the launch of this. So as things occur, what's going to happen with individuals that have had other issues longer term, and how might that impact their health? It just makes me very excited as an individual. And then we get to partner with people and share these information because there's other people that will never come in and see me that have gone through what we just talked about and think there's no hope. And it's our opportunity to try to work with the team to help encourage them. Hey, look at this. This could be something to help you get your life back.
Again, it's you're truly changing the way people approach their life. You're changing the way that they look at themselves in the mirror. They're changing the way they carry themselves, their posture, their confidence. It's incredible. So thank you so much for sharing those stories. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. We can sit here all night and talk stories. I love it. I love it. I love it. But again, you can start your collagen transformation really in one of two ways. You can start by simply focusing on the liquid collagen itself. You can get a 30-day count. Again, you just, Brett kind of showed the bottle. I meant to grab mine actually and take a swig to show you guys. It actually tastes really good. It's like an apple berry mix. It really tastes good. You can, I drink mine personally room temperature. I know a lot of folks like to throw theirs in the fridge. They think it tastes a little bit, they like it cold, I guess personal preference, right? But get a 30-day count. That's one a day on subscription. You can get it for $139.99 a month. that honestly is just an incredible deal when you think about the health technology and the benefits that you're yielding from this. I have been such an advocate about being proactive with my health. I'm a 45-year young woman who has a 5-year-old, and I am just getting started in this parenting game. And I can assure you that I can't afford to slow down. I want to make sure that I am on my A game every single day. And so for me, I don't want to wait for something to happen for me to then try to fix it. I want to try to be proactive so that I don't necessarily have to have that come, right? I want to delay that disease and dysfunction as long as I possibly can. So you can go straight with the liquid collagen by itself, or as you heard mentioned, a Protandim NRF2, we'll touch base on that as well. It's called the Healthy Glow Activation Stack. So you're going to get that 30 days of collagen, but you're also going to get a 30-day supply of the Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. Okay. Now, by doing the stack, you're actually saving money. The Protandim on its own is $50.99. And the collagen would be the $139.99. So again, you're actually saving money at $174.99. That's going to be shipped to you directly to your doorstep, free of charge every single month. And again, if we encourage you, take pictures, please, please, please don't be afraid. I know it feels a little weird sometimes. You can feel vulnerable. I even had my mom do it, and she's like, "You want me to do what?" I said, "Oh yeah." I said, I want you to take pictures. So my mom sent me pictures, and I was like, yes, this is fantastic. So I'm anxious to see how her journey is going to go as well. But this is really how you can kick off your liquid collagen journey. But to kind of flip the coin on that a little bit, and I'm certainly going to have Brett share a little bit more of his story and his journey with this company and these products. But why college is an opportunity? Ask yourself, think about this. The global collagen market was an estimated 3.5 billion with a B, mind you, in 2018, and it jumped to 8.36 billion in 2020. It more than doubled in the year 2020. And may I remind you what we were dealing with at that time in our lives, right? Things were shut down. There was a lot of fear going on because there were a lot of unknowns as it relates to what was out there. It more than doubled during a time of uncertainty. And Forbes says that it's anticipated to grow to 16.7 billion by 2018. So I ask you, do you think that there is an opportunity for this? Do you think that there are people already out there spending their money on collagen type products that don't even come close to the health technology that we have cornered in this particular product, the world's first liquid collagen activator? It does not get any better than that. The company, full transparency, all right? The company is a US-based company. We are publicly traded with over 20 years of product manufacturing experience. Our products are produced within the US. That is super important. We are a debt-free organization. Individuals like Erin Brockovich, you may have heard of her. She is a huge advocate for us as consumers. She's actually on our board of directors. How amazing is that, right? And the number of individuals who are out there sharing this, like Brett and I, are so few from a global perspective. That is why most of you have probably never even heard of this. We're introducing new concepts to you, and that is okay. That's what gets me excited. It's an incredible opportunity. And again, like Brett said, this is an activating wellness company. We are focused on the inside out. Yes, we want to have quick results. It's great that the collagen allows us to see that outside performance going on, but it's what's going on the inside that affects how we feel and live our lives on the outside. And I cannot stress that importance enough. So again, we started the little yellow activator. All right, that is our flagship product, Protandim NRF2. It has over 30 peer-reviewed published studies, 7 patents. That's just something that is unheard of when you're talking about a natural-based product. And again, we're not going to spend a lot of time going down into that. You can certainly get back with the person who invited you here and ask them those additional questions. We have tons of resources available to you. But what I love about this company is that they go out with these products with full integrity, full transparency. They don't do anything half, you know what, all right? They do the science and the research. We're not putting out just a bunch of Me Too products just to put out products. That's not what this company does. And so we've taken this activation concept and this Nerve 2 technology, and we found ways to infuse it into products that you can use and impact every aspect of your life and health, your immune health, your gut health, your hair, your skin, your brain. Like Brett was sharing that incredible story of your nephew, right? I think it was, you said your nephew, through the Axio Energy, the brain food drink. I mean, wow. Just wow. Now, you can choose to actually join us as a partner in this company, and you can do it specifically with a collagen stack if you want. The company actually just released this. It is a special particular stack. It's called the Collagen Start Pack. It's going to provide you with 2 months worth of collagen, 2 months of the Protandim NRF2. Again, that is the foundation. We find that when we take these products together, there's a synergistic effect where it actually amplifies the benefits so that you can feel these benefits sooner than what you would have if you were taking them individually. I don't know about you, but I'm a little impatient. I like to see things sooner than later, okay? Now, as it relates to how do you make a business out of this? Now, there's 9 different ways that this company pays you. And obviously, I'm not going to go down into every single way in which we get paid. We could be here all night for that. And a lot of it, frankly, is going to probably be right over your head, and it's not worth it. What you need to know is that it's real money. It's real money that's happening. What I'm sharing with you on the screen, it's a snapshot of our earnings claim statement. And what it's telling you is what the average income that someone is making based on the amount of sales that they have going through their team. Okay, so for example, what we call a Pro 3, you don't necessarily need to know what that is, but that level very early at the top of this, they're averaging an extra $645 a month. I want you to think about that for a second. That's more than $7,000. That's more than $7,000. And with what's been happening in today's economy, they've already said that the average family has to be making more than what, an extra $5,000 minimum a year just to be able to live the same that they did last year? Think about that for a second. Ask yourself, what's one bill that you have that you're paying every single month that you wish you could make disappear? Is that your car payment? Maybe it's a daycare bill. Maybe it's a credit card bill. Maybe it's student debt. Whatever that means for you, ask yourself, what if I could get rid of that bill by simply sharing this technology the same way that someone invited you to join us tonight? That same way. What if you could do that? Brett, if you don't mind, and I know we're going a few minutes over, do you want to maybe share a little bit about your journey and what this opportunity has done for you and your family?
Well, I appreciate everybody being on here, and I'm grateful that who are here, and also those that you'll share this with, because at the end of the day, most of us go to work so we can provide for our families. And I know as a father, like my biggest joy and also probably the biggest concern I have as a father is to make sure I'm providing emotionally and also financially for my family. And a lot of that came down to how much time I spent away from my family. And so early on, I read books about, trying to earn, making income away from my practice. And I just never thought, well, eventually I'll get there. In 2008 and 9, when the economy tanked, I was running a busy practice at that time. My wife and I, our dream home we built, we literally let go because we knew we couldn't sustain that and get to where we wanted to be financially on the road. And I remember just that feeling it felt to have to make that decision. And I just never wanted to have that type of conversation again with my wife. And in 2014, when I was exposed to this company, I'd heard about the industry, never been a part of network marketing specifically. I never thought that would be something it was for me. But I was playing basketball, broke my knee. And for the first time in my life, I thought, what if I couldn't practice? And all those feelings came back from 2008, 2009. And at that same time, it was when my nephew and I was exposed to this product, and the lady that introduced her son had massive results with the Axio. And so I said, well, how do I start building an income away from my family? Not with my family, away from my practice. Because for me to make money, I had to see patients. And if I had a broken knee or something else happened in life, I couldn't do that. And so I went to work. And so what I want you to tell you, like, is what I learned about this industry. For me, it's got to be good it's got to be good. The product has to be real and help people. Like, that's my passion. And then it has to provide a way for me to help other people. And what this allowed me to do as a father is it allowed me to build an income away from my practice by helping other people build income through their families while changing the lives of people with their health and with their finances, and to create an impact throughout the world. You don't have to be me to do this. Like, I'd rather be Holly. Like, she's way more fun to listen to. But what if you could combine with individuals that had a passion to be with their family more, that had a integrity to bring a high quality product to market, to change lives along the way, tied to a technology that is super new and is changing lives. That's what this is. And so I'm just grateful to be a part of it, and grateful that you guys have been here. And please get with whoever invited you, get your question answered, and get on the project. If people are already spending money somewhere, and I tell people, like, whatever your financial budget is for your health, whatever that financial budget is, get the very best product with that budget so you can get the results you want, because they're paying for results. So if you're not getting results, the most expensive supplement in my mind is the one that does not work.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, again, we could honestly go all night and talk about the different lives that have been changed, and we each have our own stories, and that's what I love about this. Like Brett said, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter your education, your experience. If you have a desire to want to make a difference, to want something different, to make a change in your life, and you're willing to be coachable, and you're willing to go ahead and plug into a system that's already there for you, then you can totally do this. You know, you again, like I said, Brett is not on our team. He is an incredible individual. He's an amazing father. He's actually going to be helping us out next week with an incredible event that we're doing. He's flying out from Arizona to Ohio to help us, and then flying right back in order to be back with family. And I love that. He has priorities. He has those boundaries, but he's not afraid to go ahead and help other people, because that's what we do. Right? It's not about, oh, you're not on my team, I'm not here to help you. We are all here to help you. Those of you who are thinking like you're not in business by yourself. Okay. We are here to help you build this business. We will help you as much or as little as you want us to. All right. For some of us, like myself, we were pretty stubborn when we got started. We figured we could figure it out. We were successful in business. We had our own traditional business too. So we knew what that was like. We could do this, but I'm telling you, don't make it harder than you need it to be. Let those who have already paved the way for you make it super simple with this new collagen stack and the program that we have in place, and the extra bonuses that this company has actually put in place because of the launch of this incredible product. You can earn up to an extra $1,500 in the next 60 days. $1,500. Ask yourself, what would you do with that $1,500 in addition to improving your health and the way that you feel about yourself on a daily basis? So again, we have a proven, simple system. There's no shipping products. You don't have to pre-buy products and load up on inventory. The company will take care of all of that dirty stuff. A lot of the traditional things that come with owning your own business that kind of give you that headache, the not so fun things, the invoicing, the inventories, the shipping, you don't need to do any of that. The company takes care of all of that for you. Your only job is to simply invite people to get in front of the information like someone invited you to do today. It's a 3-step system. You're going to get your own websites. If you like to build online, you're a social media person, guess what? The company will provide all of that for you. You don't have to create these graphics. Are you kidding me? No, you don't have to do any of that. And the company's going to give you a free phone app so where you can literally build your business on your phone and track your own performance. It's incredible. The tools and the system are there for you if you want to take advantage of them. So really the only question that's left for you is you need to ask yourself, how do you see yourself getting involved? After hearing this information, how do you see yourself getting involved? Do you see yourself as becoming a customer? Awesome. Get with the person who invited you here. They will get you signed up right away, and they will hold your hand through this incredible journey in taking this liquid collagen and start activating your body, and know what that means. if you are already thinking of people that you're wishing would have heard this information with you, or that you know could be benefiting from this product, then you may want to be asking yourself, maybe I want to be a teammate. Maybe I should look to go ahead and lock arms with this company and the person who invited me so that we can impact more people's lives. Right? So I certainly want to thank you, our audience, for tuning in with us. We appreciate that you took the time out of your evening. And thank you so much, Brett, for taking time as well away from your family this evening to be able to share your knowledge, your stories, and your experience so that others will hopefully get the information that they feel that they need in order to make a well-informed decision when it comes to their own health.
With you guys.
So, oh, did you have anything else you wanted to know?
Oh, I'm good. Appreciate you everybody being here, Holly. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. And then, get back to who invited you, take a look at it and get your question answered. But just grateful for what we get to do in the world together.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, everybody. Have yourselves a fantastic night, and let's make the week count. Take care.